University Nexus Center for this evening's match with United Elite Krajisnik Football Club and Atletico Orlando, ushering a new chapter into the Men's Arena Soccer League here in downtown Utica. An exciting day for indoor soccer, and an exciting time for soccer in the Utica market as a whole. As I welcome in my broadcast partner, Arnav, the voice of Cortland Soccer, Cortland Men's Soccer. This is a great venue, beautiful venue down here in downtown Utica, and exciting times for this Krajisnik team. They coming off the road, first two games of the season. What are some of the key points and some of the things we should be looking at tonight?
Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. Utica is a soccer city. I mean, it's a big crowd here for the home opener, and people are still filtering in as we get set for a 6:30 p.m. kickoff here at the Utica University Nexus Center, and we're blessed with a great facility here to play some indoor soccer, and we're here for today and tomorrow on Sunday against the same team, Atletico Orlando, before we have 4 straight games right across the tunnel at Adirondack Bank Center. Those are going to be 4 fun games as well, and another beautiful facility, another facility that gets packed for indoor soccer. So like we've said time and time again, Utica is a soccer city, and Utica bleeds soccer. For this United Elite Krajisnik team, well, it's been a tough go of things last time out, a 5-4 loss against the Baltimore Arsenal, but other than that, the first game of the season, almost a month ago, was December 9th. The Baltimore Arsenal team hosted Krajisnik for the first matchup in the East Division between the two sides, and Krajisnik won that game 7-4. It was back and forth for the first half. Krajisnik really exploded in half number 2, taking control and winning that game 7-4. The big thing to look out for, so many differences between outdoor soccer and indoor soccer. And Greg, I know you're an outdoor soccer coach. Right off the bat, as you get your first look at this stadium inside the Utica University Nexus Center, what's the difference that you notice from that outdoor game to this indoor game?
Well, listen, I tell you, I coach year-round for Krajisnik Football Club, and the biggest thing is the speed of the turf. Turf laying on top of the ice here at Nexus Center, and also you also have the introduction of the boards. So a lot of what's going to take place tonight is a lot of action off of the boards. If you're a fan of UCFC, a lot of action off of the boards, a lot of movement off of the boards. So this game is all about speed and power, and there's a lot of opportunity with ball movement. So a lot of rotations and things, a lot of wraps. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how the two teams match up and how they navigate that board movement.
And we'll highlight some of the players when we return after we get these starting lineups in the national anthem out. YouTube chat, we're going to try and get you guys involved as much as we can as well up here in the booth at the Utica University Nexus Center as we get set for the home opener in United Elite Krajisnik history in MASL 2, the first match in Utica MASL 2 history. We'll send it down to the public address announcer for our lineups and our national anthem. And then after that, you're right back here. Greg Fanning beside me. I'm Arnav Pokhrel, and you are watching United Elite Krajisnik football.
And now your Elite United Krajisnik Football Club. Number 9, Leonardo Galberto. Number 10, David Alsman. Number 2, David Wright. Number 1, Damian Bailey. Number 7, Douglas Farina Tans. Number 15, George Lozada Jr. Number 6, Chase Berger. Number 17, DJ Albert. Number 24, Robert Sands. Number 13, Tyler Forbes. Number 14, Zach W. Gleesman. Number 16, Stephen William Merker. Number 12, Alexander Gomez. Number 8, Ricardo Orses Zamaras. Number 5, Bogdan Yasasin. Number 3, Dragon Sebastian. The assistant coach, Jason Polovic. And the general manager, Tarek Merrick. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we make a moment of silence for a coach that recently passed away, Charlie Platt from Coliseum Soccer Club. His dedication to the sport, to his players, to his club will be truly missed. Thank you. Thank you very much.
For Charlie, I personally never had the opportunity to coach against him, but just, his name is synonymous with Coliseum Soccer Club as well as youth soccer across the board. And with CVA, he was, I believe, vice president, principal over at CVA. So, big loss in the local soccer community. He will definitely be missed. Kudos to his teams. They went out and played in a tournament this weekend in his honor. So, that was key for them.
A special moment pregame as well. The girls team walking out. One of the youth girls teams walking out with our United Elite Krajisnik players.
I tell you, this is such a great soccer community here in United Elite Krajisnik Football Club. We had the 2012 youth soccer team, the 2012 birth year girls. We had a member of my own personal 2013. I'm a head coach of the 2013 girls. One of my players got to go out. The boys teams got to walk out. It's a really wonderful opportunity for the kids to see just how far their careers can go, depending on how hard they want to work and where they want to apply their energies. So it's a great program. Krajisnik Football Club is one of the top youth soccer leagues and travel clubs that's available. So these opportunities are once in a lifetime. I always tell my daughter plays for the 13s and plays for the 12s. I always tell her, what other 11-year-old can go to school and say I walked out with professional soccer players onto the field.
Captains for Atletico Orlando, the goalkeeper, Ricardo Atencio, and defender JP Reyes. And for United Elite Krajisnik, it is David Wright. David Wright's been around the indoor soccer league. He's bounced around a couple of teams. Last played for the Rochester Lancers, was drafted by the Empire Strikers, transferred over to Utica City FC, now plays for Krajisnik as a player, but he's also sort of a head coach on the field in a sense. He's so intricate about the way he goes about things, and he's one of the biggest and calmest minds out there on the field for Krajisnik. An interesting note for Krajisnik starting in net today is Davion Bailey. Last time he was out was the season opener away to Baltimore on December 9th. So it's been over a month since almost a month since he's seen some game action. Played 30 minutes, made 4 saves and allowed 2 goals with a 66% save percentage. But the difference between the two goalkeepers that we have is Davion's got a lot of height compared to Robert, who's a little bit more agile and a little bit quicker coming out on the 1v1s.
Yes, and talking about the connection between the youth soccer and the professionals, Davion actually coaches one of our boys' teams. But yeah, he also is involved in our men's UPSL program, and he's well versed in the position, that's for sure.
And we're underway here at the Utica University Nexus Center. Utica United Elite Krajisnik getting things started, but it's Atletico Orlando who control possession first on the near side with Charlie Vargas. Winning it back is Gleason. Ahead to Tyler Forbes. Tyler Forbes right into the legs of the goalkeeper, Atencio. And Forbes is a guy we'll highlight a lot today. 6 points in the first 2 games, averaging 3 points a game as Bailey comes out and clears right into the path of Damon Almazan. Almazan's another star for this team. 4 assists through the first 2 games, and he's a player that Captain David Wright brought in from Empire. Came to play alongside Wright and has shown so far in the MASL too. Orlando control. Vargas again getting involved early and often, as there he is with the ball. Orlando control it again into the defensive half. They'll recycle possession. Luis Carreño with it right at the defensive line for Orlando. Good crossfield pass up ahead. Yanero Rodriguez shoots it up and into the top netting. It'll be a goalkeeper distribution for Davion Bailey.
Krajisnik coming out, looking at crosses down the attacking zone. Seem to be moving the ball quite well and attacking with crisp passes, utilizing those boards that we talked about.
Bailey looking out for Alex Gomez. Another one of those players that comes down from the UCFC M1 team to play with Krajisnik in the M2 League. It was the first overall draft pick in the 2022 MASL Pro Player Combine. The 2023 Pro Combine was hosted right here at the Utica University Nexus Center alongside the Adirondack Bank Center. As there is Douglas Barea-Thames again with the ball, looking to recycle possession, and Krajisnik facing some early pressure from Orlando. Up ahead again, here's Steve Merker. Looking again for Douglas Barrera. Can't find him. Merker applying pressure as Orlando reset possession, calm things down in the back end. To the outside, Carreño. Carreño finds space in the midfield. And Orlando hold on to possession again, recycle. Back down low, Eduardo Cruz. Battle along the near side boards. Douglas Barrera can't come up with it. And Orlando come forward again. This is the first match for Atletico Orlando in the East Division, in the MASL as well. All 12 of their matches this year for Orlando are going to be away matches. They don't have a home arena set. Still working through a lease and building a new arena as well. As big contact, and the ball finds Merker. Merker plays it down to David Wright, coming right off the bench, and here's Wright, cross-field, the shot off the right boards. So close. First dangerous chance for United Elite Krajisnik, and it comes from Dragan Svetkovic.
And that was a beautiful, beautiful cross because they went right down into the deep end. They're right on the corner, and Dragan comes down, and he's wide open for that shot. A great read on the play.
Svetkovic did everything right there. A great back post run, just couldn't find the finish. Pressure again from Krajisnik. It'll find Svetkovic. Right side boards. He's got Forbes running with him. We'll find Wright. David Wright. Right around to Svetkovic again, and this time right into the path of a sliding Atencio. Well, it seems like this line right now of David Wright, Svetkovic, and Tyler Forbes dropping into the midfield, getting some early chances, getting some good looks. Testing Atencio.
They are definitely testing that the recovery for Orlando. They are definitely testing the ability to control that backfield.
Ball played off the near side boards, and Bailey will let it roll into his hands. He's looking to go along with the throw, and he throws it out of play. Orlando wants a set play right from the attacking line, and they'll get one. As Bailey looking for Merker on the near side, couldn't get that throw down.
It's one of those things. Bailey has been out of action for a little while. He's got to get that feel for that ball a little bit.
Hasn't played in just about a month, and also you compare that outdoor game to this indoor game. It's got to be tough for goalkeepers as well. You're used to throwing the ball all the way down to these far touch lines, and now instead you've got to keep it within this contained arena.
Yes, exactly, and especially with the outside part. You know, you throw the ball out of bounds, no harm, no foul.
JP Ray's top of the key. It's deflected away by Krajisnik and cleared out. Big collision into the boards, and whistle blows. Player down for Krajisnik. Blue card shown. That's Lucas de Oliveira, who gets a blue card shown to him. Number 22 for Atletico.
Gleesman was the player that got hit on that. Up against the boards in the boarding call.
2-minute penalty. Number 22.
It's good to see Gleesman back up. He's another one of the UPSL players from Krajisnik, keeping it within the club and allowing these players to get a professional opportunity.
So we'll see if they can capitalize on this.
Yatsishin into Gomez. And referee calls for a stoppage. The clock had not ran. So they'll reset play. Bogdan Yatsishin, who has the ball right now, he's a player coach for this Krajisnik team. One of the more experienced guys, comes again from that UPSL side. So once again, UPSL influence on Krajisnik. Gomez, Bailey, Yatsishin all having conversations about what the plan is on the power play. Just about 5 minutes elapsed in the first quarter of home action for United Elite Krajisnik. Here's Gomez. Over to Yatsishin. Back to Gomez, slowly working his way in. Gomez controlling again. Worked out to right. Down low to Forbes. Forbes pushed off the ball. And Orlando gained control right. Good pressure to get the ball back. Chipped in. Forbes looking to chip the keeper. It's in. Tyler Forbes, the first home goal for United Elite Krajisnik. And it comes off of a little chip into the back of the net, and Krajisnik leads 1-0.
Yeah, Orlando was on top of that until the ball got chipped over the head, and that's all she wrote.
And it's the man who's been on fire. First 2 games, 6 points, and how about another one for Tyler Forbes? 7 points through 2 games and about 5 minutes of another one, as the clock has broken again here at the Utica University Nexus Center. We have some script up there that's really not legible, so they're going to try and get this fixed right after the Tyler Forbes goal. Looks like they didn't have the goals set to the correct amount, and so it's showing that Orlando's got 6 and we've got about 72.
Yep.
Need to get that fixed. It's 1-0 Krajisnik. Take a look at that again. I mean, it all starts with David Wright gaining possession, and then I don't know if Tyler Forbes was shooting there or he's looking to find the chip over to Douglas Barrera, but anyways, it's in the back of the net for Krajisnik.
Combination of trying to control it and then, just realizing that the play there was definitely to try and chip and volley that ball right over his head.
Orlando going deep into the attacking zone again, right off of kickoff, trying to turn it forward. Jorge Navarrete pushes it down the boards. Bailey comes out. It's a good stretch save off the end boards. That's one of the toughest parts of this game for goalkeepers, is those balls off the end boards. That's not where you're used to the angle of the ball coming from, and Bailey does well to deal with that one.
You always have to be ready for those rebounds because undoubtedly it'll pop down.
Krajisnik forward again. Merker cross, and it's right into the path of Ricardo Atencio. Krajisnik had a 3-on-1 opportunity there. Gleesman was running forward, and Merker was right there, unguarded. Merker pokes the ball free again. Gleesman comes up with it. Gleesman will reset for Krajisnik. Damon Almazan down low to Merker. Merker scored a goal in his last appearance for Krajisnik against Baltimore on December 29th. His first goal in MASL 2 for Krajisnik. Out, here's Yatsishin right off the boards and into the stands. Right off the shins, I should say, of one of the Orlando players.
Merker's been applying some very, very nice pressure up at the top, and he's controlling it very deep. He's allowing Krajisnik to be able to come down and take control of that offensive zone.
Damon Almazan, 4 assists on the year for Krajisnik. Looking to go off the boards, and he does. Was bouncing free in the box. Yatsishin making his way there. Forbes was up there as well, just couldn't pick out the right foot. Back to Atencio for Krajisnik. Forbes applying pressure again. This time it's on Eduardo Cruz. And Utica looks a lot cleaner than they did in that second match against Baltimore. It seemed like Baltimore really figured out what Krajisnik was trying to do. And they countered it really well. They took an early lead, and they held on to it right until the end of the game. 5-4 that final, and it included an intense final 3 minutes where one of the Baltimore players was sent off with a red card for verbal language, and then on the ensuing power play, Krajisnik getting chance after chance but unable to convert until that final whistle blew. J.P. Reyes on the far side boards for Orlando. Looking down to Vargas. Reyes will recycle possession again. Out to Cruz. Cruz walks it down. Good pass into Vargas. Good block. That's Yatsishin getting involved. And Yatsishin barrels forward. 2-on-2 opportunity, trying to pick out the outside of the boot pass. Excuse me, that's Svetkovic. And Svetkovic wins it back. Looking for the back heel. It'll roll all the way to Gomez, trying the ball roll, and he's pushed off the ball. Whistle blows. Set play upcoming for Krajisnik.
This could be a very good scoring opportunity for Krajisnik with the fact that ball's down in that deep attacking zone again, right across the barn.
DJ Albert, quick back heel to Gomez. Both players signed by Utica City FC, now playing for Krajisnik in this one. Ball worked down low to the near side boards. Contact between both sides. Douglas Barrera can't come up with it. And in the midst of a change, Gomez pickpockets Orlando, but he can't hold on to it. Good defensive stand from Svetkovic, and Albert will head it out. And it's worked around. Again, Albert. He'll push it forward. Merker. 3 players on the field right now are UCFC signees playing for Krajisnik. Here's one of them, Gomez. Back to Albert. Pass inside to Merker. Flicked on. Gomez, the shot. Oh, it's just well wide. Did everything right except for the finish there.
Pressure from Orlando caused him to have to make a decision a little quicker than he wanted to.
And now Orlando pushing forward. Pass down the line to Vielma. Jose Vielma off the boards. Bailey's on the ground. Got away with it. Good clearance from Krajisnik, but can't clear the lines, and Vielma will recover. That's Daniel Vielma recovering for Orlando.
That was one of those instances with Bailey where the ball came off of that end. We talk about those rebounds coming into the middle. Krajisnik very fortunate that Orlando didn't have somebody sitting up top come in and bury the ball.
Eduardo Cruz on the far side. Clips one into the top of the key, and now it's back out. Vargas. Vargas been everywhere on the pitches. There's a shot. Up and over Bailey. Ambitious attempt from Daniel Vielma. Well, that'll take us to our media timeout. And for the first media timeout of the first quarter, we got a little trivia question from you. We're taking this right from the MASL 1 affiliate, Utica City FC. They do some trivia in their breaks. Well, our trivia question is simple. What year was United Elite Krajisnik founded? Let us know what you think in the YouTube chat. What year was Krajisnik founded? We'll let you know the answer towards the end of the media break. We'll take a quick step aside, and we'll return with the rest of the first quarter right here from the Utica University Nexus Center. And we're back at the Utica University Nexus Center. As you see, one of the youth teams right here that plays for Krajisnik in attendance as the fans continue to filter in. We're getting some snow outside, but thankfully we're inside the Nexus Center playing some indoor soccer. Long throw from Bailey, looking for Forbes, and it's a dangerous, dangerous ball forward. Forbes just can't get there. Orlando looking to respond with a long throw of its own. And Yatsishin heads it back, and then a final touch from Jace Berger. Berger making his first appearance for Krajisnik. He's another one of the Utica City FC players playing for the M2 side. Eduardo Cruz lays it off, and Orlando looking to go long with it. Jose Vielma. It's back to Ricardo Atencio. Pressure coming from Krajisnik.
That goaltender play on the back end. Dangerous play for Orlando. Krajisnik is fast. They can get in there pretty quickly and wreak havoc.
Daniel Vielma, there's apparent contact to the face, but nothing called. There's a dive forward. Bailey comes out, makes a big save, and Bailey clears again. He slipped, and he comes back, gets it with his foot, and then covers up. Dangerous play down the defensive side for Krajisnik, but Bailey gets away with it. Sometimes you just got to keep it simple as a goalkeeper. Get it as far away from you as possible, and that's what Bailey does this time. That last one was dangerous.
It was very dangerous. He came out, tried to make a play on the ball, and lost his footing. And it's something that definitely takes place in the indoor leagues. You're not wearing traditional outdoor cleats. Getting kind of chippy out there right now.
It is getting physical. You saw Ricky Orozco go down. He's another one of the Utica City FC players. Now it's Almazan. Driving free. He's got Merker in the middle. Damon Almazan cross to Merker. He taps it home.
Beautiful play. Merker just kept his run going. He never broke off, and he came right down, right onto his foot. That was a beautiful play.
2-0 Krajisnik. Steven Merker. 2 straight games with a goal for the 45-year-old. Still has it going for him here in the MASL 2. 2-0 for Krajisnik.
As you see on this replay, as they're coming down, you can see Merker just continue his run all the way through. Goaltender for Orlando had no chance. Merker is in his back pocket and buries the pass. Great movement by this team.
Orlando going long off the restart again. Immediately it's tipped up by Bailey, and it's great awareness from the goalkeeper. Orlando has been trying that all game. It seems like every kickoff they get, they're going long, and finally it works out. Now the other way, another save from Atencio.
Orlando is also realizing that while you can play long from the kickoff, the other thing is that if the rebound comes off of the wall too quickly and you're not ready for it, Krajisnik is going to come right down the field.
Orlando slowing things down. They're going to go direct again, looking up ahead, trying to find Janero Rodriguez. And now pressure applied on Gomez. Gomez shielding off Jose Navarro, and now it's cleared away. Krajisnik will recycle possession. Here's Zach Gleesman. Over to Albert. Albert off the end boards.
Krajisnik is doing a good job of making sure that they can move within the gaps and the windows that are provided by Orlando with their movement on the field. Not trying to force anything at this point.
Bailey rolls out. Gleesman missed it. Here's Forbes. Forbes, great hold-up play to find Gleesman again, and he'll go long, but it's out of play. Pass was intended for Gomez. Well, the correct answer to the trivia question we asked earlier, Krajisnik, the rebrand, was in 2017, was when United Elite Krajisnik FC was founded. The club has been around for a little bit longer than that, but the answer that we were told from President Anel Pajetovic is 2017.
2017.
So we have one correct answer. Bethany Williams has it correct in 2017 is when United Elite Krajisnik FC was founded. Eduardo Cruz works it back to J.P. Reyes. Reyes, one of the alternate captains for this side, as there's a pass right into the slot, but no one home for Orlando. Vargas, the closest man to it.
Orlando is putting on some heavy pressure. They're all one-sided, so they're looking to switch that field and cross that ball.
Orlando in the yellows, Krajisnik in the black, as Bailey recovers again.
Probably the easiest save that Bailey will have, but now we have a player down. Looks like it might have been contact to the face.
Yeah, Svetkovic is down, and no whistle called for the foul, but there will be a whistle for the stoppage as they're going to get someone out to check on Dragan Svetkovic.
Yeah, Dragan is holding his eye, and he is not in a comfortable situation right now.
And they're calling for the trainers. Well, Dragan Svetkovic is another one of the player coaches alongside Bogdan Yatsishin, so You're missing a lot of experience if he has to miss time because of an apparent injury to the eye is what it looks like, or injury or contact to the head.
Yeah, between here for Krajisnik, also, the UPSL men's team, he is a very valuable asset to the Krajisnik team, not only in skill set, but also just in pure knowledge of what he brings to the field. Bailey's looking for a long pass here.
This time it'll connect to Merker. He missed one earlier, threw it right out of bounds. As Merker collects, here's a chance, sliding
There's
chance.
Another opportunity.
It's free in front of the net, but no one home to tap it for Krajisnik. DJ Alberts off the end boards. It's free in the middle. Merker was running to it as it went right over the outstretched hands of Ricardo Atencio. That was a beautiful ball in from DJ Albert. And now Orlando break forward. Crossfield pass, now laid off the shot. Big save from Bailey. He'll get up. Can't fully clear it. Another opportunity, and it's in the back of the net for Orlando. The first goal for Atletico Orlando in MASL 2 play, and it comes off of the boot of Lucas de Oliveira, number 22.
So Krajisnik got a little loose in the defensive zone, lost track of the ball when it came across. As we see on the replay, Bailey was able to originally get his hands on the ball there on the original shot, but then as the rebound started coming through and the ball started tracking, he wasn't able to make that save. That's the speed of this game. This game in this type of an arena, this is what brings so much excitement to MASL 2.
Orlando cuts the Krajisnik lead in half. It's now 2-1. Cut in from Vargas.
Speed of Orlando is starting to take over a little bit here. We'll see how Krajisnik goes ahead and is able to counter-attack that.
Douglas Barrera goes down. He dribbled through a couple of players for Orlando, and yeah, it does seem like Orlando finally settling in a little bit. You have some nerves in the first 10 minutes, your first time playing in MASL 2, and eventually they settle in, they get their goal. Bit sloppy at the back, yes, from Krajisnik, but a deserved goal that Orlando was continuing to put on pressure and finally found the back of the net.
Yes, they're starting to put it together. They are getting used to the arena, to the turf, even different types of turf. It's all different speed and different feel off of the cleat.
Yatsashin called for a high kick. Orlando will set up with a free kick right outside the midway line, and Rays will reset.
Both teams utilizing their goaltenders quite well. The Orlando goaltender, even though he just airmailed one into the stands, he's been really good with his feet, and he's been really good with his ball distribution to the Orlando players.
Classic announcer's curse there from Mr. Greg Fanning to my right. I'm Arnav Pokhrel. You're watching the MASL 2 as there are 14 seconds left in the first quarter. 2-1 Krajisnik lead. As maybe we get one last opportunity. Final 6 seconds. Ball's pinned up on the corner boards and then cleared away. And that will be it. First quarter over, and, well, Greg, what are your initial thoughts? We saw Krajisnik take a 2-0 lead, and then Orlando, right towards the end, gets one back.
Yeah, Krajisnik came out very, very strong and very fast. They knew exactly how they wanted to attack this team. They wanted to take advantage and get the early lead, get up, stay up, and just add on. Orlando, it took a little while for them to get comfortable and come into the Utica University Nexus Center. Brand new environment, new place. And again, as we talked about, they're playing every single game on the road. So talk about travel jet lag. They took a little while to get into the rhythm of the game and the rhythm of what they wanted to do. But once they did, the speed started coming around, and they started producing what looks like their game plan for the remainder of at least the first half.
We'll step away. We got 2 minutes until second quarter action right here at the Utica University Nexus Center. Greg Fanning, Arnav Pokhrel joining you in the broadcast booth. We'll be right back after a quick break. And we're back inside of the Utica University Nexus Center as the second quarter gets set and the teams have switched sides as Davion Bailey heads to our left up top here in the booth. And we're going to assume it is the goalkeeper for Orlando, Ricardo Atencio, and it is. He's the captain. I'd assume him to play the entire 60 if he can. 2-1 the lead for Krajisnik. Saw an early goal and then one right in the middle to give Krajisnik a 2-0 lead, and then right towards the end, Orlando pegged one back to make it 2-1.
It was great to see the two teams get together. The communication and the passion of these two teams coming into this MASL 2 contest quite high.
And immediately Orlando right off kickoff going deep again. And they'll get a chance right off the end boards. No one home. Brandon Games and more comments. Atletico Orlando plays outdoors, and they're a lot better. They are a very good UPSL side. In their division, they were 8-2 and finished second in the fall of 2023. So, yes, an outdoor side that many of you may be familiar with out in Orlando, and a very good outdoor side at that. Pass up ahead to David Wright. Now inside to Gomez. Gomez was looking for Merker, who doing a little bit of cherry picking, but strategy is strategy, and Merker will hustle his way back to defend.
Merker's got that speed back, even at the age of 45 years old. He still has it.
He's moving a lot like a 30-year-old for someone who was born a long time ago.
I wish I moved like that.
JP Reyes. Down low, De Oliveira. Cuts inside, and Reyes again. Now Orlando really looking comfortable. Settled in, and they scored their first goal of the MASL 2 season.
They're rotating one of the players in the back. And while Krajisnik is shadowing that player, they're just rotating back and forth based off of where the ball position is on the field.
Another player down for Krajisnik is Zach Gleesman. He was down earlier as well, and he looks down for the count. He can't get up, and they're going to try and hold up play.
Yeah, he's down. He is staying down and looks like he's in a tremendous amount of pain.
And acting head coach Jason Palkovich, hands in the air. He can't believe that there was no stoppage as the ball was in the Krajisnik half, not being played forward. And then as soon as Krajisnik play it forward to continue play, the whistle blows, and Gleesman is still down. Another one of the outdoor players plays for Krajisnik in UPSL and will be helped off of the field, and that's another big loss defensively. We haven't seen Svetkovic yet. He looks ready to come back in after going down with what looked like an eye injury, and so Gleesman came in for him, played in his stead, and now with Gleesman out, Svetkovic will head right back in to the defensive spot.
Very difficult to see. We broke in with our replay a little bit late, and it's very, very difficult to see exactly what took place. It looked like he was either motioning towards his ankle or his lower back, one or the other. So you never know.
And Svetkovic and DJ Albert, two players who love getting forward and playing in the midfield type of role, they're going to be tasked with playing a little bit more defensively with the absences of Gleesman. And I was going to say Svetkovic, but he's back in as well. Here's Albert. Albert will control and roll it back. Here's Svetkovic, barreling forward again, and this time he's pickpocketed. Daniel Alar. Alar in and cleared away by Albert. Contact coming in late, another late whistle. And a dangerous set play opportunity upcoming for Orlando. Looking to take it is JP Reyes.
So Bailey's going to have to watch with this, even though Krajisnik is building a wall. These shots go off these walls really, really quickly. You never know what's going to take place. He's got to be on his toes.
And an immediate shot right off the set play. JP Reyes was lifting one towards Bailey and went right over the outstretched arms. Orlando back again. Down low. Bailey comes sliding out. Leaves a goal open. It's in the bottom corner. First time finish. It's in the back of the net, Eduardo Cruz. And we're all tied up at 2. Well, Bailey rushes out, and that leaves the net open. And the clearance wasn't there. And Orlando takes advantage.
Tactical error on the goaltender, but you make a decision. You live by your decisions on the soccer field, and he came out to try and get rid of that ball and poke it out of a very dangerous spot. Unfortunately, didn't end with good results.
Jorge Navarrete is in now for Orlando. We saw him for a short period in quarter number 1, but like Brandon Game says, he does have experience playing for the Tropics. He's playing now out in the field for Orlando. Forbes on the volley. It's right into the back of one of the Orlando defenders. Here's Yatsishin. The Ukraine native will lift it all the way down to Forbes. Forbes off the boards. Already 1 goal today. That's 6 goals in almost 2.5 games now for Forbes. Headed away again, a long distance effort from Yatsishin. And Bogdan Yatsishin will play it back to Bailey. Bailey comes out, plays long, looking for Merker. This one rolls dangerously. Open net. And pulled off the back of the boards. And into the hands of Atencio. Another good run forward. That's Ricky Orozco who got forward for Krajisnik. Pressure coming. And again, Merker wins out. He wanted Orozco to go down to the corner. You saw him stick his hands up after the play. He wanted that one down in the corner, get a dangerous cross in. Chested down, Merker tracking back. Well, it's been incredible to watch Steven Merker's defensive efforts for someone who sits forward on the attack, but then when time's needed, he runs back there with speed.
Yes, and he's always getting in the middle of the window. He has a skill set, many years of skill set of being able to get in between the passes and be able to make those defensive plays to keep the ball in a good spot.
Another dangerous mistake, and the whistle blows. Intentional pass back, and it's going to be an indirect kick at the top of the key for Orlando. Bailey's got his hands up, but there was a slight touch there. Looked like from Leonardo Gualberto, one of the defenders for Krajisnik. So, free kick upcoming, and over to take it, Eduardo Cruz. Well, it looks like Krajisnik's under pressure now. Orlando was the team that was struggling for the first 10 minutes, but since then, Orlando settled in. The next 10 minutes after that have all been in Orlando's favor. Gomez comes sliding out, and that's a big block for the man nicknamed Sonic.
The flow of this game has definitely changed. That first goal by Orlando got them settled in. Now that they've tied up the game, they are very comfortable on the field, and you can tell that Orlando is taking over the concept of what they want to do within this game, and Krajisnik is having to adapt.
It's been a tale of 2 very different games this season for Krajisnik, as there's a kick up, superstructure violation, as that one hits the roof of the Nexus Center. Played out by Lucas de Oliveira. And it'll be a goalkeeper distribution. And into the hands of Bailey. He'll go long again. It's wide open. Touchdown by Jorge Lozada, but he can't hold on to it. And Gomez is upended as well. And forward goes Charlie Vargas. Vargas on the near boards. Pressured away, and Gomez will sprint free. He'll find a Wright. David Wright off the boards, looking to angle a pass in. Instead, it's right into the path of De Oliveira. Works back to Cruz. Now Reyes. JP Reyes will hold it up. There's Jorge Navarrete, number 10 for Orlando. Now good pass down low to a wide open De Oliveira. It's poked away by Gomez. Gomez has been putting in work on both ends of the floor so far. As there goes Tyler Forbes, sprinting past a few. It's 1-on-4, and Forbes finally waits for some help to come on the other end. Svetkovic. Off the end boards, it's coming, it's free, it's in! Jace Berger, his first game for Krajisnik, and his first goal for the home side. It's 3-2. UEK regains the lead.
So we talked about that speed, and we talked about those rebounds off of the board. That initial shot goes wide of the goal, but he came right back out into the middle. The goaltender moves over to adjust to that, but the problem is he left the goal wide open. And now we got a whole new ball game here.
That's a term that goes around the indoor soccer leagues. It's called a walla scora, a one-time goal after a ball is played off the wall, and Svetkovic did exactly that. He played it off the wall, and Jace Berger finished. Powerful shot. It was right into the center of the goal. There was no one home to defend, and there's a great turn from Almazan. Almazan's got Merker in the middle. Instead opted for the shot himself. It'll find its way back to Almazan. Almazan can't get past the Orlando defense.
So now you're seeing a lot more pressure from Krajisnik. You're seeing that energy back. They had a little bit of a wake-up call, I believe.
And right on cue, winning it back there is Ricky Orozco, one of the UCFC players. And a good move there on the change as Svetkovic faked like he was taking it, and Orozco dove in. Yatsashin over to the other side, and Almazan. Merker's waiting at the back post. He can't get there. Punched away by Atencio. Merker just does a great job of sneaking out of the play, and as soon as you don't notice him, there he is right in front of the net.
I think I'm going to end up nicknaming Merker the Ninja, because he just pops up anywhere that is required, and you turn around, all of a sudden he's right there.
Svetkovic dragged down from behind. He wants a card. Nothing shown to Eduardo Cruz for Orlando. And Alex Gomez places the ball down.
Nice replay. You're seeing Merker just down in the bottom, always making those runs, always trying to look for that cross to assist his team.
Pass up ahead, laid off. First time shot from DJ Albert, and well, that one was always rising for the Utica City FC signee. (3-2). 8 minutes left to go. We're approaching that media timeout in quarter number 2. As Orlando driving forward, searching for another equalizer. Down to the boards, looking for Luis Carreño. And Charlie Vargas wins it back. Vargas has been very good on the ball today. Just drawn to it. He always finds himself in that open space, and then when he gets it, he's very technical. Can get past a few players with a couple of moves.
Well, what's going to be interesting here is the fact that this is around the time period where Orlando found some speed and found their comfort level, and they ended up putting one in the back of the net. So it's going to be interesting to see how they make their adapts.
Well, as the ball goes out of play, we'll take a step aside as well. 3-2, United Elite Krajisnik lead at the Utica University Nexus Center. We'll be right back after a quick break. And we're back inside of the Utica University Nexus Center. Fans in attendance, even though there's risk of a snowstorm outside. We haven't seen the outdoors in a little bit here as Greg Fanning is beside me. I'm Arnav Pokhrel. Well, let's hope the snow isn't too bad out there. We haven't seen it outside in a bit. It's dark outside. We can't see through those 4 windows here at the Nexus Center, but tomorrow it'll be nice when that 2 p.m. light shines in. Some natural light inside of the Nexus Center. As a reminder that we've got a game tomorrow right here on this YouTube channel, on the United Elite Krajisnik FC YouTube channel, against this very opponent in Atletico Orlando. And Krajisnik looking to get back to winning ways. 1-1 on the year. Won the season opener against the Baltimore Arsenal, but then proceeded to lose to the Arsenal 20 days later. Davion Bailey will get things started after the media timeout. A flick back from Jace Berger. And now up ahead looking for Forbes. Forbes is in a physical battle right now with the entirety of the Atletico Orlando defense, and Forbes has gotten the better of Orlando a couple of times. The whistle blows. There's a drag back call as that outstretched hand of Charlie Vargas was pulling on Bogdan Yatsishin.
Yeah, changing possession here. We'll see how Krajisnik can take advantage.
Krajisnik go long, looking direct, looking for Forbes. He gets it again. His hold-up play has been crucial to Krajisnik's entire season. Headed back, and there's the whistle for the handball. Forbes will win a free kick, looking for that cross to the back post, and David Wright. And both teams will change a few players.
And changing some lines, making some adjustments from the team meetings after the timeout.
We'll talk about this a little later, but substitutions, such a big thing in MASL in all three divisions, but especially for newer teams, you're getting adjusted to the indoor play. 3 of the first 4 blue cards for Krajisnik this season have been for too many men on the field, and that's just getting used to the substitutions. It's got to be a difficult thing to do down there, right?
It is. You got to have your timing perfect, and any little movement, any little delay can cause an issue.
Forward, Svetkovic, that's the second chance that he's missed right in front of the goal. The first one he missed to the right in the first quarter. This one he misses to the left in quarter number 2. And Jorge Navarrete comes away with the ball but can't find the extra pass. Here's Svetkovic again. Well, he's came close to, he should have 2 goals. I mean, point-blank range 2 times, and both times it's been unlucky for him as he sent it wide as that ball goes out of play.
Yeah, he's definitely working hard and everything, but unfortunately on this play here, just right there. And sometimes these balls go off of your cleat in an unnatural way, and it looks like that's exactly what happened.
Another great cross in from Forbes. I mean, just dynamic is the only way you can describe Forbes' play. Yes, he's an attacking threat. Yes, he has 6 goals in 2.5 games, but also his distribution and his hold-up play have been crucial to how Krajisnik want to play and how they have been playing this season. Forbes has done an excellent job being that lead man up top. And
he's also allowing them, when he has possession of that ball off of a long pass, either from Bailey or one of his teammates on the field, his ability to hold that ball and retain possession enables the rest of the team to come down and get into formation.
Gomez shoots, but it's wide, and Krajisnik will recycle possession back to Gomez. Gomez gets past a sliding Luis Carreño, and he'll hold up on the far side boards, hands on the boards, as there's a back heel right into the path of Gomez. Gomez looking for a flick back to Albert or Merker, can't find it. And now Orlando with a chance to go forward with pace, and there's DJ Albert getting involved. Big stand, but Orlando regained possession, push forward again. Here's Gomez, a chance to break away. Can't get past Carreño, but here's DJ Albert in the clear. He's free. Big save from Atencio. Left leg outstretched, and Atencio keeps it a 1-goal lead for Krajisnik. That's another golden opportunity gone for United Elite Krajisnik, another one that you have to take advantage of.
You got to bury those when you have those. They come few and far between.
Vargas driving free. He spun past a few. Spent the entire play there stumbling over his own feet and still found a chance on net, and now he's fouled on the far side boards. And David Wright angry about that call. Very vocal about.
Yeah, here's a replay of your breakaway. You got to get that ball up in the air. Got to hit that top corner.
Just a great opportunity there for DJ Albert. His first game with Krajisnik as well, alongside Jace Berger. Berger's got his goal. He's got the goal that has Krajisnik ahead 3-2. But other than that, it was DJ Albert's breakaway that couldn't get converted. Ricky Orozco. And it'll be recycled again. Yatsishin for Krajisnik. Now Svetkovic finds Wright. Wright's got Yatsishin if he can find him, and he does. Bursting forward with pace. Here's Orozco. Orozco taken out, advantage played. Forbes on the corner of the boards will find Orozco again.
That play by Orlando, taking him out of that, requires Krajisnik to reset the ball back
Svetkovic ahead to Forbes. Forbes holds it up. He's got options left and right. Finds Svetkovic again. Touch lets him down a little bit off the boards, and Atencio covers.
He's starting to get a little frustrated down there. Third opportunity for him to potentially put one in the back of the net.
Vargas. Far side boards, and looking back to Vargas, Bailey's in an awkward position out of the box, and Krajisnik recovers and clears away.
Bailey's done that move a couple of times. It's worked out well, 2 of 3. That one time that it did not work out well. Ball ended up in the back of the goal. So we go back to that concept of you got to live by your decisions.
But also as a goalkeeper, you got to forget about the mistakes. I mean, play happens so quickly, especially in indoor.
Short-term memory.
There's another big save. That one off the chest of Bailey, and he gets down and makes a big save. And that's right on cue, and he's in an awkward position. I thought about it. As soon as that ball hit him, it looked like that upper chest throat area, and Bailey's down in a lot of pain. And he'd been playing well.
Yeah, he had been playing exceptionally well. He's made a number of big saves. That was a big save because that ball was traveling away from him, and he was able to corral that. But sometimes when you make those dives and come down on top of that ball, let's hope it's just a breathing thing with getting the wind knocked out of him. He's an intricate part to what Krajisnik is trying to accomplish today.
See Palkovic heading out there. My coach, he's sad moment here for Bailey, but admire the drip for Palkovic. He's wearing a suit and he's got the tie, and he looks the part. But Bailey up and moving around, but it does look like
he's flexing his leg there. Maybe another lower leg type situation. He could have very well driven his knee into the ground, maybe jammed something with him trying to flex that out. It'll be interesting to see how that impacts his play, if at all.
And the last time Bailey started was that first game against Orlando. He only got 30 minutes. Robert Sams came in and finished out that game. And then Robert Sams proceeded to get the entire game against Baltimore the second time around. So we'll see what decision is made here at halftime for Coach Jason Palkovic and the acting player coaches as well, and Dragan Svetkovic and Bogdan Yatsishin. Because Sams has made some incredible saves as well, especially in one-on-one situations. That's really where Sams excels.
Yeah, one-on-ones, that's really where the goalkeepers make their money.
Ball's free in front, and Orlando taps home. Eduardo Cruz. And another loose ball that Krajisnik can't clear out. Orlando ties things up with 2.5 left to go in the first half.
I'm sure that the coaching staff for Krajisnik, when they go in for halftime, they're going to be talking about plays like this. You have the ball deep in the end. Cross comes in off of the boards, and Bailey makes the play, but then you have 2 Krajisnik players, maybe a lack of communication, who certainly didn't step to the ball in time. And those loose balls that are down deep in that zone, that's where you're going to get hurt every time.
It looked like Leonardo Gualberto, while trying to clear it, it hits off the back of his heel and then right into the path of Eduardo Cruz, and the midfielder slots it home with Bailey well out of position. So Krajisnik forced to work from a tie game again after taking a 2-0 lead. Orlando tied it up, and then Krajisnik took a 3-2 lead. Orlando tied up again. Here's Gomez right off the kickoff. It's in! How about that for a turnaround? And Sonic curls it into the far post. And right away, Krajisnik lead again, 4-3.
You want to talk about ball movement. This is what we talk about when we talk about ball movement through windows and through gaps. That ball movement of being able to take it off of the kickoff. Look at this replay. Coming off of the kickoff into the offensive zone. One-touch passes, under control, and puts it off the far post. You can't draw it up any better than that. In Orlando, as good as Orlando has been playing today, Orlando was they were on their heels from the second that kickoff went off. Talk about an answer to the tying goal.
Whistle blows, a foul happening and down in the far corner as DJ Albert was battling for it. And DJ Albert will be the one to kick this one away. 2:07 left in the half, and Krajisnik lead again. This time it was Gomez. First number 1 pick. As here's it again. Again, forward to Wright, and Wright is alone there at the top of the key and elects not to take the shot. He's got a defender's mindset, and a captain's mindset was looking for the assist to Forbes, but I don't think he realized he was all alone up there up top.
Well, it looks like the ball came at him in a manner that he was not expecting.
Ball gets cleared again, and Atencio is going to come out and play this with his feet. Forbes, good pressure, but Atencio is able to get it away. Work to Vielma. Vielma back to Cruz. Reyes to Cruz again. Now forward, and it'll be played back all the way to Reyes. Cruz finds it again. Back and forth, 60 seconds to go in the half. Krajisnik lead thanks to a goal from 2022 number 1 combine pick, Alex Gomez. Whistle blows again, contact down low.
This is exactly where you're about to go in for halftime. You got less than a minute to go. No team ever wants to have wants to let a goal up here. So Krajisnik really needs to defend this free kick quite well.
3-man wall. Here's Cruz. Down low, it's in. Bottom corner, and Bailey couldn't get there in time, and once again we're tied up. Spoke that one into existence.
I'm telling you, this is back and forth, and this is the beauty of soccer. You jump out, and then it can turn into a battle. I don't think that Bailey even saw the ball. That ball went through the tightest of cracks on this replay. You see that ball come through, and his reaction time showcases that he potentially did not see that ball at all. Shows the power of that shot from the Orlando team.
There is Almazan, 4 assists on the season coming into today. As this one played off the boards, Merker battling for it. And Merker's been pretty class today. He's been really good. Tracking back, defending. Watch him here as he sprints back again to defend. Jorge Navarrete come forward. As Navarrete just plays it down, and Bailey will come out. 4-4. A final minute goal from Eduardo Cruz ties things up again between Orlando and Krajisnik. I mean, it's going to be a chance for Orlando to break away again. But look at Merker come back, and he commits the foul. Whistle blows, but smart foul there from Merker. 13 seconds left. You don't want them to break away. Them as in Orlando. You don't want Orlando breaking away in the final 15 seconds, perhaps taking a lead right at the stroke of halftime.
Yeah, that was the best play that he could do. He recognized that his team was in trouble. Orlando was on the breakaway, and he put a stop to the play.
Merker will chip it to himself, and that will be it. Well, we're all square at halftime. 4-4. A final minute goal from Eduardo Cruz tied things back up. 4 goals for Krajisnik. Tyler Forbes, Steve Merker, Jace Berger, and Alex Gomez all scoring. It was 2-0 at one point. It was 3-2 for Krajisnik. It's 4-3 for Krajisnik. Never trailed in this game, but Orlando has been right in it.
Once they got comfortable, Orlando has been applying pressure. They have been playing solid soccer. The breakaways and the odd man advantage that Krajisnik had at the very beginning of this game starting to disappear. So it'll be interesting to see how they make adjustments for both teams based off of what they have seen. And who knows? It's sometimes interesting how teams will show up with 2 completely different game plans and throw the opposition off. Second half should be quite exciting, especially looking at the early statistics of this one.
A couple of big decisions to make, including the one in net. Do you keep Davion Bailey out there? Do you bring out Robert Sams? All of that will be answered in half number 2. We'll take a quick break for halftime. There'll be some halftime entertainment here that we'll have live. You won't hear us over it. And then we'll be back when second half action returns right here at the Utica University Nexus Center. I'm Arnav Pokhrel, joined by Greg Fanning. We'll be back after halftime. Krajisnik and Orlando all tied up.
Ready? All right, starting now. Good try, Rocco, good try. All right, 11-year-old Caleb, are you ready? All right, 5 seconds starting now. Keep going. Oh, Caleb gets it in. Good job, Caleb. All right, 13-year-old Ollie. Are you ready? 5 seconds starting now. Go. Sign him up. There's Ollie. All right, Rocco. Time for redemption. First in, last out, Rocco. 5 more seconds. Ready? Go. Got a second left. Go for it. There it is. All right. Good job, Rocco. Got just under 4 minutes left to go in the halftime. Don't forget to grab something to eat, grab something to drink. Get ready for the fun. Just 4 minutes, 45 seconds away.
And we're back inside the Utica University Nexus Center. Greg Fanning beside me. I'm Arnav Pokhrel. It's 4-4 after one half of play. And Adam Triton, you are correct. Davion Bailey stays in the game. Robert Sam stays out. We'll see who starts tomorrow at 2 p.m. tomorrow when we're right back here on United Elite Krajisnik's YouTube channel for the second matchup in this weekend series. Greg, I want your overall first half thoughts. You've been breaking this down. First time at home, first time you get to see this team in person. What have you been seeing that you've liked from Krajisnik? What can be improved for the home side?
Well, I got 2 words for you. Action-packed. This team is really bringing it, and they have been able to rebound from their mistakes. A lot of times that's the biggest name of the game. The biggest thing that I want to see is how Bailey rebounds from that injury towards the end of the first half. I want to see them get back into their crosses. It looks like for a certain amount of time they abandoned that game plan, and that's really where they started to get into trouble. Always play your game, not your opponent's game, and it seems like Orlando took over there for a little bit. But yeah, I think that they are, when they're playing their game, they have shown speed, power, and the ability to just control the tempo of the entire game.
Forbes will take the kickoff. He's got Almazan to his left and is joined by a defensive pairing of the 2-player coaches, and Dragan Svetkovic and Bogdan Yatsishin. And on the far side, it looks like Alex Gomez is out there on the right wing for UEKFC. And Orlando, well, I think you and I agree they settled in really well. Rough first 10 minutes for Atletico Orlando. They're playing every single game away on the road. Expect a slow start if you're an Orlando fan, but since that first 10 minutes has elapsed, they've really settled into their own. They've had their chances coming forward, and after going down 2-0, they've tied it up 4-4.
Well, and it's always the story that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And quite frankly, they finished each of the quarters with goals. And Krajisnik made some mistakes. They capitalized on it, and for a good portion of that second quarter, they were controlling the tempo of what was taking place on that field. They've been using, but they've been using that long ball quite a bit.
And Krajisnik trying to go to that long ball, and they will win it back with Forbes. Almazan can't find the extra pass, and here comes Charlie Vargas. He's got pace coming down the right-hand side. Looks like it ran into a referee. You got to avoid the referees. They are part of the field. As Forbes rips a shot, top corner, and how about that, Tyler Forbes? Say hello. What a strike from the former Colgate University man.
He went right down that line, and he didn't think twice. He put his foot through that ball with such reverence that the goaltender never had a chance. Orlando didn't have a chance. I mean, you look at this. Typically that play you have been seeing for the entire first half, dumping down into the corner, looking for a cross, a rebound off of a board. Instead, he comes down, gets to the outside of the keeper box, and he just buries one top shelf.
And an interesting note here for Orlando, Ricardo Atencio, who's wearing the captain's armband for Atletico, is not on the field in half number 2. Instead, it's Jorge Ortiz Lugo playing in net. And, well, not a good first 20 seconds for the netminder for Orlando, but he'll rebound, and we know this Orlando team is never truly out of it.
Looks like they have disallowed the goal.
And now that, it looks like they're going to pull it back and take a look at it, because the play did hit off of the referee. And so they will call the goal back. And still a strike from Tyler Forbes. You can't deny it, but while we were celebrating up here and the fans were going crazy here at the Utica University Nexus Center, Tyler Forbes' goal is disallowed due to referee interference, is what I'd assume the call would be, because that's really the only thing that happened there. Ball hits off a referee, and then Krajisnik took advantage. No
reason for that ball other than that call or that goal to be disallowed.
Gomez will play it back to Bailey, and out to Albert.
Bailey played that ball pretty well, so I'm thinking that apparent knee injury might have been very short-lived.
Gomez sliding out. Bailey contact, and whistle blows. It's a foul on Orlando, and now Bailey getting into it with one of the Orlando players. Bailey came sliding out. He made the save, touched the ball first, and then Eduardo Cruz went crashing into the boards. It's not a penalty on Bailey, and it shouldn't be. And then the foul happens on Alex Gomez right outside of the box. It's going to be on the restart. It'll be a Krajisnik ball, but we'll take a look at this play. I mean, just bang, bang. Albert loses it. Krajisnik drives past Gomez, and then Bailey comes out, gets the ball. It's a good, committed decision for Bailey, but unfortunately for Cruz, it sends him flying into the boards.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate play. You never want to see somebody get hurt in that situation, but first of all, that was all tactical. That was exactly what Bailey was in need of doing in that position. But on top of that, it was a clean slide. There was nothing malicious with that. It was just circumstances that ended in a manner that nobody ever wants to see, but it is part of the game. And it looks like they're coming to an agreement of clean play and getting back to playing this match.
See Bailey and Cruz having conversations. DJ Albert's there to moderate, and it will be a free kick for Krajisnik as Albert surveys the field in front of him. Leonardo Gualberto on the field, and this one's intended for Jorge Lozada Jr., and Lozada can't bring it down cleanly. Albert ducks under the ball, chips it forward to Jace Berger. Berger through contact, he goes down, and whistle blows on the far side.
This game was starting to get a little chippy through certain aspects of the first half. We'll see whether or not that boarding event with Bailey causes Orlando to get chippy again.
Right, lays off Berger just over the hands of Jorge Lugo. And now Vargas goes forward again. Vargas sent crashing into the boards by Svetkovic. And Vargas has been the danger man for Orlando. Might not have his name on the score sheet or with the assist, but everything it seems like runs through Vargas. He'll drop in, he'll get the ball, and then use that speed and that technical ability to push Orlando forward.
He has the ability to open up windows and open up space. And once that takes place, Orlando is filling it.
4-4. Tyler Forbes had a disallowed goal as Bailey, in an uncomfortable situation, punches the ball away.
That's where his height comes in.
There's another one over the bar. A powerful shot there from Orlando. That's Jose Vielma firing that one towards Bailey. And Orlando settling in again. Some pressure now on Krajisnik. You had a goal disallowed. You thought you had the lead, and now you have to rebound from that. Yeah,
Orlando is taking advantage of the fact that something that was put up on the board was taken away from Krajisnik. So now it very much so has the feel on the pitch of what took place when they scored their very first goal.
Svetkovic can't get the pass off cleanly. Recovers in defense well. Yatsishin back to help, and Krajisnik does a good job as a team defending, and it'll run up to Forbes again. Forbes applying pressure on Lugo in net. And now it's held. Almazan winning it back for Krajisnik. Almazan trying to lay off to Orozco. It's picked off. Jorge Navarrete. Navarrete moving to the near side boards. He'll play it off the boards. In, and Bailey recovers. He'll go quickly. Rolled out to Orozco. And now it's Svetkovic over to Yatsishin. And the two more experienced player coaches seeing a lot of action here as one of the defenders, and Zach Gleesman, has been out. He went down, looked like grabbing his knee earlier in the first half, and since then hasn't reappeared, as there's Navarrete driving in, and foul called. A little bit too much pushing and shoving down low for the referee's liking.
Orlando is turning up the wick here. They are seeing an opportunity right now to take advantage of the emotional change with the Krajisnik bench. So this is going to be interesting to see what the outcome is.
Gomez taken down once again. Physical play. Lucas de Oliveira there making the tackle. And Gomez will take the free kick, looking up ahead, finding Merker. Merker battling. There's Douglas Barrera Yanis. Yanis gets it back. He's sliding in, and Lugo comes out to collect.
They're starting to look for those crosses again that we talked about coming out of halftime.
Chip ball forward. Gomez sprinting towards it, but even Sonic couldn't get there for Krajisnik. Merker tracks back into the midfield. Now it's over, wide open net, crossfield pass, and Orlando takes the lead. For the first time today, the visitors lead Krajisnik. And it's just a well-worked play from Atletico Orlando. Goal number 5 for the visitors, 5-4 in favor of the away side.
When we look at this play, we saw a little bit of this from Krajisnik on one of their goals. Bailey out of position because of the unknown Orlando player being behind him, and Krajisnik was not there for the defensive cover. So it turned into a crossing play that really burned Krajisnik on this.
Once again, Tyler Forbes' disallowed goal. Could have been 5-5. Instead, it's 5-4 in favor of Orlando. Here's Jorge Lozada. Svetkovic, crossfield pass to find Berger. Already one goal today, looking for a second. Will get the rebound again. Another opportunity. Lugo comes out. He looks like he was out of the box, and DJ Albert was calling for it, but nothing called on the goalkeeper. Pressure coming again from Krajisnik. Whistle blows, foul called on the home side. And once again, it's about response for United Elite Krajisnik. You go down for the first time today, 5-4 against Atletico Orlando. Thanks to the goal from Victor Rada. Forbes holds up play again.
They're a little jumbled here right now.
Svetkovic battling through the defense. Looking to find Forbes off the wall. He does. Forbes goes again off the wall to Berger. First time volley. This one counts. Chase Berger, goal number 2. And just like that, we're tied up again.
Utilizing those boards again. They had to do something unique that Orlando had not seen yet today. They bring that ball down, control it off of the boards. You look at this. You look at this. I mean, they come right down into the end. They control it down in the deep end. That high volley off of the plexiglass enabled that high shot.
Well, once again, it's another Wallace score. This one coming out quick. Contact from Bailey. He runs into the Orlando forward, and it's big contact as Adrian Olmadia ran into Bailey, and then now the whistle blows. But that last goal, we talked about the Wallace score. A one-time hit off the wall. Forbes plays it off the wall, and Chase Berger does the rest. And how about that high angle? It just shows you how clean of a strike that was off the volley.
Also showcases that, like virtually every shot has been lower angle. You take those, the goal that was disallowed, and then the other, the one that was allowed. Both of them were high end. Could be an adjustment that Krajisnik is going to start making on this goaltender. Shoot the ball high, take advantage of the height disparaging.
Orozco driving forward, pass deflected. A chance to break free again. Almazan, and he fires over. But once again, Krajisnik breaking forward with speed now, knowing that they have to defend, and then countering forward. (5-5) between the two sides. Krajisnik responds in a big way after going down for the first time in the second half. Svetkovic being dragged down by Lucas de Oliveira, and still physical between the two sides. Late push at the end. And Svetkovic grabbing. Excuse me, that's not Svetkovic. That is, looking for a number. That's Ricky Orozco grabbing his left hamstring, but he gets up and he runs away fine. Svetkovic takes it in quickly to Yatsashin. And this one is getting chippy as we're getting towards the middle of the third quarter.
Getting very, very aggressive out here. More so. I mean, indoor arena league is aggressive to begin with, but this is being taken to a whole new level.
Pass forward Jorge Lazaro forces it off of JP Reyes, and Reyes calling for a push in the back. Lazaro definitely got away with one there.
Absolutely.
Arms were extended. But it is setting up a free kick opportunity for Krajisnik.
I will tell you that family's having a great time. That's the second time that one of those balls have come up. They're having a good time up there.
Players switch off the free kick, and Sonic blasted home. Alexander Gomez, his second goal of the afternoon, and Krajisnik leads 6-5.
So this is where that high shot that we talked about. 3 shots, 3 goals, 2 allowed, 1 not. I keep going back to that goal that wasn't allowed, but it's a pattern, and I am sure that the coaching staff for Krajisnik made a point of making sure that they knew start shooting the ball high, target those top corners, and now it's becoming a proven point.
Well, it all starts off the set play. David Wright dummies it. He runs over it, and that kind of throws that Orlando defense off. Alexander comes around with his left foot, and Gomez slots it home top corner. And right after that, as soon as Krajisnik was set back in, you didn't see it because of the replay showing, but Captain David Wright, hands to his head, wants his defense and his team to stay mentally locked in. You're up by 1, but every single time you've had a lead, Orlando fights back. Tyler Forbes holds up again, and he gets taken out from behind. Hector Medina that time. Blonde hair throwing me off, both of them with that bleach blonde hair, but this time it's Hector Medina getting involved, and Forbes heads off the pitch. Looking like a hard hit from the back.
You know, these opportunities with these free kicks and free setup movements, they're providing opportunities left and right for Krajisnik right now.
Right there, one again. Berger was working free, just mishit the ball. Here's Wright, had Merker in front, and that family's going to have to go get that ball for the third time.
I'm telling you, they should buy stock in Target, because right now they're the targeted group in the stands getting the soccer balls.
As there's the call for the media timeout. Well, the half didn't start the way that Krajisnik wanted to. You go down 5-4 after a disallowed goal from Tyler Forbes. An absolute rocket that got disallowed, but then 2 goals from Krajisnik from Jace Berger and Alex Gomez have the home team in the lead again. We'll keep it right here for the break, and I want to talk to you, Greg. First off, big response. You mentioned it at halftime. Responding is the key for this Krajisnik team, and they did it twice.
Yes, they did do it twice. And quite frankly, they have been responding, and they have been fighting back time and time again throughout this entire game. They get down, and they come back, and it shows the true grit and the integrity of the players that are within this group. Looks like we have a little bit of action going on down here between coaching staff and potentially Mercer.
Yeah, it looks so. David Wright's down there, the captain of Krajisnik, having a conversation, as well as Jason Palkovich in his suit and tie. And we'll wait to see what the conversations lead to, as we'll wait for a call.
Yeah, going back to this team rebounding and everything. Never say die mentality, and this team has it. This team has fought back in every aspect, not only of this game, but the games that they have played prior. This is going to be very key for the success of this group.
There's another look at that free kick goal from Alex Gomez that gave Krajisnik the lead. 6-5 as things stand, and the conversations between referees, coaches, we haven't heard anything. We don't know what that was about. David Wright was over there. He's talking to Jason Palkovich down on the bench right now. But it seems like things are short up. Conversations finishing up. Victor Rada and Ricky Roscoe having a conversation right at midfield. We'll see. Maybe it was something to do with that play down there in the corner where Ricky Roscoe was kind of tumbled over on. Maybe something to do about that. We can't speculate because we're underway again here in quarter number 3. Orlando coming out quickly out of the media timeout. And Gualberto is going to have to drag this one back and clear it away. He does. Almazan into the middle. Orozco. Long pass up ahead to Jorge Lozada. Lozada lays off to Almazan. Almazan, chance to cross it in. Off the boards. Lozada had an opportunity to head it in, but a last-ditch defending effort from Orlando keeps it away. Good work from Orozco to keep the Krajisnik attack moving. Inside, Almazan unable to do anything with it. And now Vargas breaking forward again. Almazan wins it back. He cuts in. Almazan roulettes and can't finish the move off. Did everything there except for that final touch. Had an option to lay it off or shoot. Yatsashin lifts one off the gloves of Lugo.
Krajisnik is really applying the pressure coming out of the media break. They want to get a 2-goal cushion again, and I don't blame them because Orlando, just like Krajisnik has been, Orlando has been coming back with reverence every time. So getting a two-goal lead is going to be imperative.
Head coach Jason Palkovich angry at the referees. He's down on the bench calling for something. Can't really hear him from up here, even though we're pretty close to him, but he's angry about something, and we'll see if this Krajisnik team can hang on and keep their mentality as Orlando holds on to possession. Here's Cruz. Inside, Jorge Navarrete turns and fires. Back to Navarrete. He'll play it outside. Janero Rodriguez. Back to Rodriguez. Down low, Yatsashin applying pressure for Krajisnik, and it finds Gomez. Roulette turns out of it, but unfortunately for Krajisnik, no one there to continue the offensive play. Shot fired at Bailey, gets down. Left forearm save for the goaltender. Remaining in this entire game is what it seems like the decision was at halftime. But with the way Robert Sams has been playing, you have to assume he'll get at least a half tomorrow, if not both.
And give each of the goaltenders the opportunity to have full game, especially for Bailey, knock off any game rust he may have.
Pass was intended for Forbes going forward, and it was a great look. Just a little too long for the former Colgate University captain. Ball is rolled out. Svetkovic. Cross field pass. Berger looking for his hat trick, doesn't have it. And now a chance to break forward, Orlando. Speed coming down the right flank. Svetkovic defends well. First time shot lifted well over the bar, and it's a whistle in favor of the home side.
So just like in previous parts of the quarter here, Orlando coming out with high speed and high power, and Krajisnik is doing a pretty decent job of counterattacking and controlling the flow right now.
DJ Albert looking for Merker. Merker holds on to play, looking for Berger, and Jace Berger will recycle it to Gualberto. Leonardo Gualberto back to DJ Albert. Now over to the right side. Here's Yanis. Yanis lifts it, and it's right down low into the path of Lugo.
Those low shots for Lugo. Lugo is eating them up all day long. He has had a healthy diet of low shots, and he has not wavered.
Well, in the first half, it was Krajisnik shooting low on Ricardo Atencio and catching him out of position. This half, it's been shooting high on the next goalkeeper in Jorge Lugo, and he's doing a lot better with those low shots and shots off the board.
Yeah, he's definitely skilled with the lateral movement and the ability to get down and block those shots.
Here's Cruz. He went down hard earlier on as well. After Davion Bailey came out and challenged him, he went flying into the boards. Good to see him back out there. As here's a breakaway. A chance for Bogdan Yatsashin. The player coach slides it across. And it's intercepted by Orlando. That's twice now. First it was David Wright at the top of the key alone. This time Bogdan Yatsashin right in front of the goalkeeper, electing to pass, and instead Orlando able to defend.
Fundamental defense on that, where the Orlando player was goal side.
Chance for Orlando, sliding out Bailey, and he does a good job of recovering after shouts for a foul from Krajisnik. Svetkovic shielding. Bailey's
grabbing his foot as well, and now you have additional players down here.
Bailey's still grabbing the foot, and the foul occurred here in the attacking half. It might be looking to change here if Bailey still looking uncomfortable on that foot. Here's Albert. Up ahead, flicked on. Gualberto looking to shoot, instead passes off the high wall. And no one home for Krajisnik. DJ Albert rises above everyone to head it forward. Can't get the return pass. Jorge Lozada unable to push it towards Albert again. Lugo, great distribution forward, driven pass up ahead to Yanero Rodriguez. Jorge Navarrete off the boards, and Bailey clears away. No nonsense, and no three-line violation as well.
He is, ironically, that foot that he was grabbing and still does not look comfortable with, that was on the same leg that he had that knee injury. So interesting to see how things will develop as we move forward.
It was a good flick forward from Orlando. De Oliveira looking to test Bailey, but instead he rolls it harmlessly into the path of the goalkeeper. JP Rice for Orlando, out to the far side. Driving in, space to shoot, and it's well wide for Atletico. Now DJ Albert shielding. Over to Gomez. Gomez back to Albert. Gomez and Albert passing back and forth. Great pass and move, and now Krajisnik moving forward. Yanis. Cross side to Forbes. First time looking for the cross. Back to Yanis. Yanis can't hold on to it. Two players back for Krajisnik as Vargas goes alone. 1-on-4 for Vargas, and he's double teamed, and the ball is picked away.
We'll see whether or not Krajisnik can go ahead and use this as a transition to work on obtaining that 2-goal lead. Especially when we're approaching the 1 minute mark. Krajisnik let up a goal within a minute. Now let's see whether or not they can gain that 2-goal advantage utilizing that minute time period.
See Jorge Lugo well out of his goal right now. Another option to push forward for Orlando, and that he does off the corner boards, and it'll run all the way to Bailey. Bailey's got 53 seconds. Instead of going quickly, he'll roll it down low to Yatsishin. Svetkovic, first time flicked on. Gomez running forward. Gomez looking for David Wright, and now it's a 3-on-2 for Orlando. Out to the left, Bailey squeezing it on the boards, and he'll pick it up at the end. Good move forward from Adrian Omadia. Haven't said his name much tonight, but he's been getting involved a couple of times here in the third frame.
Orlando is finishing off this quarter strong. They've been on the attack the majority of the time period. It's just the fact that Krajisnik has utilized their opportunities to drive home goals, on that top end, taking advantage of Lugo.
16 seconds left in quarter number 3. 1-goal lead for the home side, United Elite Krajisnik FC. Ball pushed forward quickly, headed on. 10 seconds left, maybe one last chance for either side, and it looks like it's going to be Orlando pushing forward. De Oliveira fakes a shot, it's in! With 2.3 seconds left, Orlando ties it again.
This is becoming the story of this game. Krajisnik gets up, Orlando comes back. Orlando was up by that 1 goal. Krajisnik came back. There is no give up between these two teams. This is more than likely a forecast of what's going to take place tomorrow.
And it just becomes a trend here right at the end of the quarters. It happened towards the end of the first. Orlando pegs one back to take it 2-1 into the first intermission. And then getting one with 1 minute left in the half to tie things up in halftime, and getting one with 2 seconds left in the third to tie things up in the fourth. Well, we'll head to the fourth quarter. You win the quarter, you win the game. It's all tied up 6-6 between Orlando and United Elite Krajisnik FC. Greg Fanning beside me. I'm Arnav Pokhrel. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back at the UU Nexus Center. And we're back as things get underway in quarter number 4 between United Elite Krajisnik and Atletico Orlando. 6-6 after a goal in the final 2 seconds of the period for Orlando to tie things back up, as Eduardo Cruz battling with Tyler Forbes, and it works down to Vargas. Vargas, physical battle with him and Ricky Orozco, and the ball clips up off the end boards and into the hands of Davion Bailey. Bailey wants to go long, instead will roll it out to Svetkovic. Now Orozco, long pass up ahead for Almazan. Almazan has Merker in the middle if he can find him. Here's Almazan battling. Can't come up with it, and he's fouled.
Krajisnik is utilizing that long ball now to set up opportunities down deep. If they can get that to work, you're going to see a lot more crosses and a lot more scoring opportunities.
Here's Svetkovic. Down low, Ricky Orozco. Back to Svetkovic. Inside, he'll find Merker. Merker off the boards, looking for someone in the middle. No one was home. So even if that pass had made it to its intended target, wasn't going to get tapped home. Orlando pass out of the press. JP Reyes to Eduardo Cruz. Inside, looking for De Oliveira. Hit off the boards, Berger. Berger continued his run, was calling for it, and instead it'll be recycled again by Krajisnik. Yanis goes down. And here's Svetkovic. Forbes, that's Yatsishin, can hold it up, and now a chance to break forward for Orlando. Yatsishin tracks back and clears away. Jace Berger flicked forward. Headed on by Orlando. Now controlled by Yanis. Well, it's a little bit calmer of a start to a quarter than we're used to seeing between these two sides.
Seems like they're feeling each other out again. And almost to the T, they have switched their game plans. You're seeing United Elite going ahead and playing long ball to set up opportunities deep, and you're seeing Orlando bringing the ball out of the back, and they are advancing through solid passing zones. And so it's almost like these two teams' philosophies for the fourth quarter have completely swapped.
Well, at this point, it's less about scoring the next goal than it is about not conceding the next goal, because you'd rather take your chances with an overtime win, get that extra point, rather than risk it and risk losing all three.
You never know what the end of the season is going to look like. And if you look back at a game like this, where you could have capitalized on a point and you didn't, and you're out of playoffs or you're out of contention, you don't want to be sitting there at home dealing with that.
Quick restart for Krajisnik as Yanis comes back in. Douglas Pereira Yanis has played in both games. He has 1 goal scored in that first game against Baltimore on December 9th. As here's DJ Albert making his first appearance. Almost had a goal earlier on in the game. Just couldn't tap it home.
That ball did not have the power and the flight that it typically does. I wonder whether or not he actually caught the turf with his foot and took a divot.
Bailey plays forward. Turned over, Atletico break forward with numbers. DJ Albert comes out and blocks it. Good defensive recovery, but he couldn't find Forbes on the outlet. And Krajisnik coming back and defending with numbers. Everyone behind the ball right now for the home side. David Wright steps forward to pressure Daniel Vielma, who lays it off for Daniel Alar. Alar goes along with it off the end boards, and Gomez picks it up. Forbes plays it back to Wright. Wright was looking long. Instead, we'll roll it out to Albert. Albert's got acres of space. Here goes DJ Albert. Driving forward, cuts past one, sliding, and he can't complete the play. Now 3-on-1 the other way. Alex Gomez left alone. Charlie Vargas, numbers coming back for Krajisnik. Vargas off the end boards. Miscommunication between Bailey and one of his defenders. And now the volley. It's in. Off the bounce, it cut through the net.
That communication breakdown in the middle wreaked havoc in that defensive end for United Elite. And Orlando certainly took advantage of that. So now it's going to be the case of how is United Elite Krajisnik Football Club going to be able to recover from that, and how are they going to bounce back? You can clearly see on the replay that Bailey was jarred on that defensive play, and by the time that shot went off, another shot where he did not see the ball in time to make that calculated save.
7-6 Orlando. There's just been so many good goals right off the bounce. One-touch volley. We saw a kickoff goal where Gomez slotted it home off of a beautiful passing play. This game really has it all. We saw a disallowed goal from Forbes. I mean, the action just continues between these two sides.
And how huge is that disallowed goal now?
Chance to break forward, contact, and Jorge Ortiz-Lugo comes up with it. It was good pressure from Krajisnik, just couldn't come up with that ball in the end.
Several plays over the last 2 quarters that the coaching staff for United Elite have had a major issue.
That ball trickles in, and Bailey's caught out. Orlando leads by 2, their biggest lead of the afternoon.
It's going to be interesting to see how this all unfolds. But this was one of those fluke plays. The ball came off of the boards in a very, very uncharacteristic way, and Bailey's not able to make the save. But this is also a lesson that you don't worry about the referee's call or the referee's non-call, and you continue to play the game in your facet. So this is the intensity is going to start pumping up quite a bit.
Krajisnik down by 2, largest deficit of the night for the home side, and it comes in the 4th quarter with under 10 to go. Gomez looking forward to Forbes. 1 goal tonight, had a disallowed. Berger looking for his hat trick and can't get it off cleanly.
Krajisnik is starting to go back to that low shot, and Lugo just, unless he is completely out of position, I don't see him letting up a goal low. You got to go back to shooting high.
Yanis over to DJ Albert, worked inside to Berger. He's pressured off the ball. Chance to break free. JP Reyes, the alternate captain for this Atletico Orlando side, and he still has it. He was on the ground battling for it and still has the ball off the boards. Bailey, the rebound. Orlando scores again.
Orlando they have found the magic touch. They are playing deep. They are getting people into the center, utilizing the boards for rebounds, and setting up those power shots. So far, I mean, this pass right off of the boards went off of Bailey as a rebound, and they're standing right there. He had not only the Orlando player who scored the goal, but you also had one of his teammates standing right next to him. If he doesn't get it, his teammate is right there to eat up any rebound that comes around. So now they've got their work cut out for them, big time.
Almazan. Krajisnik down 3. David Wright will play it back to Bailey. Bailey's been shaken up a couple of times today, and that one fired out of play.
He's trying to hook that one into the offensive zone, but now another opportunity for Orlando. All of the momentum of this game has completely shifted over to Orlando. It's going to be interesting to see how Krajisnik Football Club goes ahead and rebounds from this.
There's already been 1 goal. Cruz has scored from this exact position. This time he goes the other way. The first time it was the bottom right corner. He was looking for the left side that time. Didn't get it. The rebound just off the fingertips of Bailey. Good diving stop from the goalkeeper. Rebuild that confidence a little bit if you're Davion Bailey. Bailey off the boards and around. Pressure, and the whistle blows.
So he's also starting to take a strategic move. Keep the ball out of that goalie box, because that's where he has gotten into trouble, where Krajisnik has not been able to control that part of the field.
Here's De Oliveira. Across the field, and now Orlando's going to slow things down a little bit. You have a 3-goal lead. You don't want to risk anything. That one out of play. It'll be Krajisnik with the ball. Excuse me, that's Orlando. Orlando's ball. with 8 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. Back to Jorge Lugo. Long ball up off the boards. Bailey comes sliding out. Good commit, and Bailey shaken up again. He gets up, walks it off. He's limping very hard on that right foot.
That foot and that knee is taking some punishment, and kudos to him. He's not backing down. He is putting everything on the field.
7 minutes and 55 seconds left, and Krajisnik down by 3. A big mountain to climb. We'll take a quick break right here on the United Elite Krajisnik FC YouTube channel. We'll be right back with the closing of this game from the Nexus Center. Well, the fans here at the Nexus Center trying to get their team back into it. As Krajisnik down by 3 with just under 8 minutes left to go in the matchup. Atletico Orlando, by the way, first ever MASL 2 game. They're mainly an outdoor team playing the UPSL. In the fall of 2023, they were 8-2 in UPSL play, finished second in their division. First time the team has been in indoor leagues.
We talked about the fact that they started to get comfortable with the very first goal, and they are highly comfortable right now. Very little pressure on them. 3-goal lead, less than 8 minutes. It's going to be interesting to see what the game plan is coming out for Krajisnik.
DJ Albert looking down the boards. Jorge Lozada running to it. In the corner, Lozada looking for an outlet. We'll have to play it back to DJ Albert. Over to Gomez. Alex Gomez walking with it. He'll cut inside. Darts past one, but then relays it back to Albert. Here's Gomez again. Long range effort just over from Gomez. And a little bit of frustration on the face of the former number 1 Combine draft pick as he sees his team down by 3. Goalkeeper distribution upcoming for Jorge Lugo. Long throw, and it's headed back. Bailey's going to have to come out and clear this one. He's working on an injured foot, and he's trapped up on the boards. That one over. DJ Albert was hanging back in the net.
Very fortunate that didn't play out differently.
DJ Albert comes to the near side to take the kick and works down the boards to Forbes. Forbes holds up play. Back to Yatsashin. Working to the far side. Chance to shoot it. Big save from Lugo. Yatsashin pressured Vargas with pace, and he'll relay it off to Bailey. Berger. Inside, 1-2. Berger coming back outside. He gets clotheslined, and the whistle blows.
Yeah, it's a strike to the face. We'll see. Yep, blue card. Blue card point. So now it's going to be a case of, another opportunity for Krajisnik to capitalize. And if they're able to capitalize here and get within 2, maybe off of a cross, overloading the box, you never know what the different strategies are. But if they're able to put one in the back of the net because of this specific play and on this power play, that could mean another emotional shift within this match.
Krajisnik already have had 1 power play in this game. Went 0 for 1. Weren't able to convert on it. As here's Gomez. Defended by Reyes. Worked out to right. Now back up to Gomez. To the far side, Almazan. Now back to Gomez. Trying to find an opening early on. Down low to the end boards. Work back up. And Gomez directing play right now for Krajisnik. Off the end boards. Forbes. Good hold-up play. Shrugs off his defender. Pass off the end boards. It's loose in front. It's laid off the shot. Big save, Lugo with his leg. Gomez resets. 1 minute and 21 seconds on the penalty. Orozco lays it off for Gomez. Chipped over to right.
Krajisnik is doing a great job of rotating the ball here.
Orozco down low. And the volley brings it right back. Excuse me, that's Gomez. That's his hat trick.
No assist.
Oh, what do we talk about? We talked about the fact that every shot for Lugo that's been low, he's been able to gobble that up like Thanksgiving dinner. But at the end of the day, he was out of position. And he said if you get him out of the position, you might be able to capitalize on that, and they certainly did. So now here you have a 2-goal deficit versus a 3-goal deficit, and you still got enough time to come back into this game.
Under 6 to go. Alex Gomez with his hat trick. Keeping Krajisnik in this one. And now the pressure coming forward. There's Merker. Passed one, but he threw an elbow and just shoved down the defender. So he gets the call. And Orlando taking advantage of a little bit of miscommunication between Krajisnik. Merker running forward. Here's Berger with the ball. Jace Berger has 2 goals tonight. Berger down low looking for Merker. Merker's got a goal himself. Back up to DJ Albert and work back to Gomez. Over to Berger.
Krajisnik is rotating this ball as if they're on the power play again. They're controlling possession. They're controlling the flow.
Turned over. Chance to break forward. Shot deflected off the wall. And Gomez, miscommunication with Douglas Yanis, but eventually ends up back in the hands of Bailey. Gomez. Near side boards, here's DJ Albert. He's been crucial today in defense after losing Zach Gleesman. He's played a lot of minutes, has DJ Albert, and he hasn't tired at all. Lozada. Damon Almazan. Almazan rips from distance off the boards. Loose in front. Shouts for a foul in the zone, but nothing given. Gomez wins it back. Gomez spins away. Alex Gomez, well, had to take the chance.
Yeah, he's coming up into the top of that offensive zone, and he took the long shot. You never know when there's going to be a rebound, and you had enough Krajisnik players that was going to enable them to power one home potentially.
Foul called, and it's going against Krajisnik. Under 4 minutes to go, down by 2. Last goal scored by Alex Gomez on the power play for United Elite Krajisnik FC. 21 shots on goal for the home side, 19 shots on goal for the away side. Ball off the end boards.
Just showcases how close this game is. You look at shots on goal, you look at everything, and look at the balance with a hurt knee and a hurt foot for Bailey.
Cutting inside, Damon Almazan, but he runs out of steam and right into the Orlando defense.
Orlando is starting to play a trap. So they come down all you want into the attacking zone, but we're really not going to let you do anything. They're playing a defensive trap. This is going to be interesting to see how Krajisnik can make an adjustment.
Gomez pinched off the ball in the end boards. Laid off right in the middle. Shot is wide. Almazan pushed off the ball and into the boards. Whistle blows. And Jason Palkovich calling for a timeout. Finally gets it. As he hops down off of the boards. And, well, he's got the extra attacker jersey in his hand. He's handing it to Douglas Barrera Yanis.
You got 2 down. You got 3 minutes to go. This is pure strategy. And, big hands off to Bailey. The game may not have gone his way, the way that he envisioned it, but he has left his heart on his sleeve, that is for sure, with playing with those injuries. We'll see how United Elite Krajisnik Football Club can go ahead and apply this extra attacker. They're going to go on a major power play for the next 3 minutes.
David Wright, Alex Gomez, Douglas Barrera Yanis, DJ Albert, Jace Berger, and Ricky Orozco are the 6 on the floor for Krajisnik. Extra attacker is Barrera Yanis. Reminder, he can use his hands when he's in the penalty box. But it's desperation time now for Krajisnik.
Yeah, they got 3 in the back. They're going to be looking for crosses. They're going to try and get the goaltender to be off his game with positioning once again. And if that takes place, this might play into Krajisnik's hands.
Three minutes and 3 seconds for Krajisnik to score twice to tie things up and send it to overtime. It's Alex Gomez, already a hat trick tonight. Over to Orozco. Near side extra attacker, Douglas Barrera Yanis. Here is Yanis again.
These passes are going to have to be crisp. They're going to have to be accurate to the tee. Any ball that flies off of a cleat incorrectly could spell disaster.
Hard shot and letting it roll is Lugo, and then an extra push at the end from JP Reyes. Nothing called. Quick distribution. Alex Gomez wins it back. He can't tap it. Chance to break forward. Big sliding challenge. David Wright, the captain, comes in, saves the day. And now a foul call to push on Wright. And Gomez and Wright angry about that play at the near end. Tyler Forbes, while rushing into an open ball that's in play. Lugo didn't have his hands on it, didn't have control over it. And then as soon as Lugo grabs it, JP Reyes throws an elbow and gets away with one.
Oh, now Bailey is jumping back in there to cover this corner.
Worked out wide. Cruz rips the shot. Hits off of Gomez and all the way back to Lugo. Lugo goes long. Coming up to head it. Bailey's on the ground. And Orlando regains possession. Under 2 minutes to go.
Orlando is playing a high press right now, applying all the pressure onto Krajisnik.
David Wright goes down. Push from behind. Whistle blows. 1:47. Wright needs 2. Krajisnik needs 2. Wright, well, he could score 2 if he wanted to.
There you go.
Here's Berger. Looking for his hat trick. Can't get it. The rebound comes right back out to Berger. Loses out on the header.
But that's going to be the key right there. Shooting that ball high. Getting that ball up in the air. And again, rebounds off of those boards, you never know what's going to take place. Finishing those runs on that goalkeeper, you got to make him uncomfortable.
Lugo. Gomez reads it well. Almazan can't find the pass forward. 2-on-1 the other way. Extra attacker in net is Yanis. Back to Yanis. He saves it with his feet. Just got down and made the best of it.
Down and dirty.
Final minute of play. Orozco battling. Good balance. 3-on-2 the other way. Worked out to Gomez. Already 3 goals tonight. Yanis driving forward. 49 seconds and counting. Over to Orozco. Off the boards, and Orozco resets. Almazan.
Krajisnik needs to make something happen quickly here. Orlando is controlling the pace entirely this last 3 minutes.
34 seconds left to go in it. Pressure ramping up. Berger gets through 2. He's brought down. Whistle blows. 23.7 on the clock. Got to get one here if you're Krajisnik. It's got to be quick. Gomez off the backside of Orlando. And again, off the boards, a chance to break forward. Long-range effort, it's wide. 16 and counting. Extra attacker is Yanis. Got to move quickly, 10 seconds. Early shot, Merker's there. Flicks on the header right into the hands of Lugo, who goes down. Lugo holds on, final horn blows, and Atletico Orlando, in their first MASL 2 game, comes out victorious over United Elite Krajisnik FC, 9-7. Back and forth game, but the last 2 goals that came out on top for Orlando, making the score 9-7. It was 6-9 at one point. Gomez gets one back on the power play, but it was just a big response game for Orlando tonight.
Orlando walked into this building tonight with a game plan. They got comfortable right after the first 2 goals were let up. They come in, they get one on board, and they never broke down, and they just continued to push. It was a neck-and-neck battle until the very close of this game. Even before the fourth quarter, I think it was apropos that they were playing the final countdown through the PA system. Orlando in the last quarter, they just, they brought it to a new level. So it'll be interesting tomorrow to see what kind of a response United Elite Krajisnik Football Club can have, and how they come out. Knowing the coaching staff, knowing these players, they will be ready for competition, that's for sure.
Lucas de Oliveira had a great game for Orlando, as did Eduardo Cruz, JP Reyes, all the names with tons of experience for this Orlando side, and they came out on top in the first game of 2. We'll be right back here tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pregame starting right around 1:45. Greg Fanning, myself, Arnav Pokhrel on the call for that one as well, and we're hoping that Krajisnik can get one back between Orlando and the team based in Utica. For myself, Greg Fanning, next to me, Joel Belthizer, our producer, and our camera operators, Zerman Alik and Philip Karoka, want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Have a great Saturday night, and we'll be right back here on Sunday.